Hello everyone. I just wanted to wish everyone a really happy new year. And I wanted to talk about a little thing. You know, when it comes to New Year's Eve, we all make resolutions, don't we? What we want to change in our lives, all these things that we're not good at, or how we can create this new version of ourselves. But what's so important is we don't need to create a new version of ourselves. We are wonderful, magnificent, beautiful beings. We are radiant beings, and what we need to do is connect with that truth, connect in with us as this beautiful, amazing being that we are. We need to remember. So one of the things I like to do on New Year's Eve, or even at the beginning of the new year, if you don't want to do it today, is to reflect on where I've been, what I've done, what I succeeded at, and give thanks for all of the amazingness, whether it's struggles or not, that have gone over the previous year. And then from that point, think about, where do I want to step into? What feelings do I want to bring in my life more? Where do I want to really connect with myself? So last year I wanted to bring in more joy. That was one of my resolutions, that I could find ways to bring in more joy into my life. So do more things that were joyous, that made me happy, that made me laugh. So resolutions don't have to be, I'm going to stop doing this, I'm going to stop doing that. Because that's quite a negative lack mindset. I'm going to stop all these things. Because then you kind of feel like you're a bit lost because you've stopped all these things. Well, what are you going to do? And in nature, there's a really interesting principle that if you create a void, it has to be filled with something. So for example, in the garden, if you weed an area and take everything out of it, if you don't consciously plant something into that area, weeds are going to come back. So this is what we want to think about in our lives. If we want to change something, if we want to bring something in, well, what do we want to remove something from it. So let's say caffeine's not agreeing with us. It's not helping us. It's not supporting our lifestyle. So we'd like to cut that out or reduce it. So what can we replace it with so that we are bringing good stuff in so we can feel really great about that decision? So I've not had caffeine for 17 years, but I love my medicinal mushrooms. So I have my Supercharge or my Awaken to fill that space of wanting something lovely to uplift and energize my being. So in life, this is what we need to really look at. What do we want to bring in? What feelings do we want to bring in? What experiences do we want to bring in? Because the more you bring in the good stuff, the more the bad stuff just moves itself out of the way because you're enjoying the rest of it so much. So I invite you this New Year's to think about what energies you want to bring in, what feelings you want to connect with in your being. And so you can move into having a really joyous, heartfelt, soul-connected year. So lots of love from me, Juliette, and see you soon.